Why was the Treaty of Tordesillas so important for colonial powers? Imagine a world where two countries are racing to claim new lands across the oceans. That's exactly what was happening during the Age of Exploration. The Treaty of Tordesillas, signed in June 1494, was a key moment that changed how these countries divided the world. Spain and Portugal, the two main players, wanted to avoid fighting over new territories. So, the Pope stepped in to help. He drew a line from north to south, about 370 leagues west of the Cape Verde Islands. Everything to the west of that line would belong to Spain, and everything to the east would belong to Portugal. This simple line made a huge difference. It gave both countries clear boundaries, so they knew exactly which lands they could claim. For Portugal, this meant that Brazil was officially theirs, after Pedro Álvares Cabral discovered it in 1500. It also opened the door for Portugal to control key trade routes to India and Southeast Asia. This meant they could dominate the spice trade and bring back riches that made their empire very powerful. For Spain, the treaty meant most of the Americas, including Central and South America, would be theirs. This division shaped the languages, cultures, and borders we see today in Latin America. The treaty also kept peace between Spain and Portugal for a while. Instead of fighting over land, they agreed to share and divide the world peacefully. This set an example for future international agreements. It also pushed other European countries like England, France, and the Netherlands to explore outside the zones controlled by Spain and Portugal. They had to find new places to claim and trade, which led to a global pattern of exploration. The treaty even laid the groundwork for modern international law. It showed that countries could negotiate and divide resources without war. Centuries later, countries like Chile and Argentina used the treaty to support their claims to Antarctica and the Falkland Islands. So, the Treaty of Tordesillas was more than just a line on a map. It was a way for colonial powers to organize their ambitions, avoid conflict, and set the stage for the global empire building that followed. It shaped the world we live in today, influencing borders, languages, and international relations for hundreds of years.